Egotistical. That is someone who is excessively conceited or absorbed within themselves. More than likely, they're very self-centered. But for their point of view, they seem to have it more of a self-importance, meaning that their opinion is better than everyone else's, and it kind of leads to a condescending tone. More than likely, a narcissist will have a very egotistical view of themselves, thinking that they're above everyone else, and everyone else is beneath them, or they're known as stepping stones for their path. In the case of Darkside Phil, it is very noticeable anytime that he tries to mention up anything from his olden days of yore, or to anytime he's trying to do something now, and that his point of view is often better than everyone else's when it's not really. To prove how big of an egotistical prick that he is, here's him showing off all this shit that he had for Street Fighter, cause, you know, he loves Street Fighter.
Snort, snort, snort. Kogan. Drip. Snort, snort. I got the drip.
Also, obviously, guys, you can see some changes have happened. All right. First of all, what I'd like.
Really? You made changes? Nah, I can't see the damn differences, Phil. Tell me, is it the same crap you always have, but you change it around a little bit?
Like to do is say, take a look at the new border for the Level 1 podcast, the Street Fighter Celebration border.
Oh yeah, I also saw this too, where he changed his border for the podcast. That just doesn't look any good at all. Who did you have to pressure to make you this, Phil? Because it's quite obvious you don't have any talent to make your own fucking borders.
I will be using this over the course of this month. Now, will I use this all the time? Not all the time. But, you know, right now it's a good thing to have for the launch of the month, and with Street Fighter 6 coming out within 24 hours.
Yeah, he's going to be playing Street Fighter 6. I was about to say 4, and luckily I didn't say 10. Yes, chat, I know, I realized that I said 10 on the last part. But still, why would he display this and think, sounds good? He went on to talk about the other borders that he had, and honestly, I'm cutting that part out because it's just so fucking boring.
Allow me to go through my new setup for the month of June.
Please fucking don't.
First of all, as you can see, smaller art. You can actually see more behind me with the backlighting, which is nice. The last few months I've been using bigger pieces of art that kind of block behind me, but now you can actually see the lighting a little better, right?
Then again, the lighting didn't really do anything to change your appearance, Phil. It's nothing. This is just a nothing burger. Oh, I changed around my background, so now the lighting's better, Snort. It's like, that doesn't do anything. Like I said, all this in the background does not change you as a content creator. It's just flashy effects, or just fancier, quote-unquote, fancier looking designs.
Feels like there's a little bit more space here. To my right, we got my Mega Man 2 picture with Mega Man with the leaf shield.
What does Mega Man have to do with fucking Street Fighter? Like, I get it. Mega Man was made by Capcom, so you're trying to correlate that Capcom also made Street Fighter. But still, that piece is out of place for it, Phil. You don't need it.
Fighting Airman, that's actually his weakness, which is pretty cool. And up here we have a piece of Lego art.
That's pixel art, not Lego art. Come the fuck on.
It was designed by a viewer and fan many years ago.
Yeah, a fan did that. No, I think he bought something like this, and he's just saying, a fan gave it to me.
I've already had it on my streams for quite some time, and then we, this year, started doing different things with the backgrounds, but I decided to bring it back in honor for the Street Fighter 6 month. But in addition, we've actually got, that's right, the original Street Fighter 2 in box for the Super Nintendo.
Box is probably empty. I'm calling it right now.
Right there. Yes. You want to talk about nostalgia vibes? How about the original game from over 20 years ago sitting right there? Pretty darn cool, right?
Phil, that's not really anything of interest. It really isn't. Yeah, clear your throat. I know there's a frog in there, but it also, I think you're tasting a little bit Tyrone right now. That's why you're clearing your throat up a lot.
Actually, yeah, it's 30. Oh my god. 30 years? Holy shit, that's a 30-year-old game sitting there. I didn't even realize.
31 years to be precise, but close enough.
It is, from the early 90s. Yikes, I'm getting old.
Then again, we're all getting old, Phil.
On the left-hand side, obviously we got some cool...
Also, that's not the left-hand side. I get it. Your left, audience is right. Fine, we'll just go with that. But on the right side, you could just say, on my right, you could just do like this, and people would probably get it. But I don't know why he has to be like, on my left.
Cool stuff. So for those who don't know...
Also, cool stuff, doubt it.
No, this is not a new piece of artwork sitting to my left. This is a shirt, a t-shirt.
A shit? Hang on. How did you call that?
This is not a new piece of artwork sitting to my left. This is a shirt.
A shit! He's supposed to say, it's a piece of shit. Is it shirt? It's shit!
A t-shirt. This t-shirt was made for me, unsolicited, by a viewer and fan.
Why'd you have to say unsolicited with the hands up? Like, why'd you have to say that? You could just say, I have this t-shirt right here. A fan made that for me. You could just say that, but you just went unsolicited. It's like, why'd you have to bring that up?
Fan back in the day when I was an early YouTuber, back in 2009, when I was actively covering the launch of Street Fighter 4. One of my first characters that I played in that game was Blanca. He was actually one of my favorite characters in the game early on. And because I was doing a lot of gameplay with him online and sets with him, a viewer and fan loved this and actually made this shirt. This is hand-sprayed, drawn, designed artwork on a t-shirt.
I highly doubt that someone actually gave you a shirt with their own design of a character you really enjoyed. Like, I highly doubt that. You first started in 2008 and 2009. Like, fine, live that delusions of grandeur in your head. But I think you just found that shirt at a convention, like at one of those like fighting game conventions, probably Evo, probably a different one. And you saw that shirt and you bought it. But you want to be like, no, if someone gave it to me, guys, I was highly important back in the day when you weren't. You didn't really catch popularity until like 2010, 2011.
I have worn this t-shirt for almost 14 years.
Yeah, and it doesn't look... It looks dirty, though. Like, why would you put up a dirty shirt as, like, a display, Phil? Like, it doesn't even look like it's been washed.
Yes, and it still looks good. As you can see, it's faded over the years. If you go back in time to my older videos, you'll see it used to be much darker. So over the years, the colors have faded. But it is an...
So you're describing what happens to a lot of shirts. Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Absolutely amazing shirt. On the back, it actually says DSP, handwritten by this guy. Amazing artwork. And this is something that I cherish, you know, from a viewer and fan from so long ago. And I'm so happy to bring this to my streams to all of you for Street Fighter Month, because it's cool to show the heritage I've had for Street Fighter for so long and the fact that my viewers have loved Street Fighter just like me.
Phil, I don't think all your viewers love Street Fighter just like you do. A lot of the times that they play the game, they're playing it to have fun, while you're saying you're playing it casually, but you're getting so fucking salty when someone beats you that doesn't even have the quote-unquote same skill level as you. Like, come on, Phil. Are you assuming that all your dinheads that follow you are big fans of Street Fighter? Because chances are, they're probably not.
Now, the thing is, just because I've been out of the loop of competitive Street Fighter because I hated Street Fighter 5, doesn't mean I don't have passion for it. I
kind of get the fact that you hated Street Fighter 5. Like, I get that, Philip. You hated it because it didn't meet your expectations, but everyone else did, and you shat on the other people that actually put Street Fighter 5 at a high praise. Personally, I think it's okay, but it's not as good as the other Street Fighters. 6 is better from what I played in the beta. But you still have like a hate boner for 5. Like, let it go, man.
love this game, and I cannot wait to jump into the new one starting tomorrow with all of you. It's going to be a great journey, and I thought that bringing that out would be something special.
I could just only imagine that you start Street Fighter 6 and you're going to get your ass kicked multiple fucking times, and then not only that, you're going to throw a lot of excuses and bitch fits. Can't wait.
For the month, okay? In addition, we've got something else donated by a viewer and fan just recently. It is the Blanca Pop Games figure.
You mean Funko Pop. You got a Funko Pop from a viewer. I don't get him at all. Why would he do shit like this?
Which is really cool.
Funko Pops, cool. Highly doubt it.
To match the shirt, right? So that's pretty nice to have Blanca there. And then, of course, the usual ghost lamp.
Which has nothing to do with Street Fighter. I don't know why you still have that up there.
So, funny story. We almost had a new lamp for this month, okay? Yes, this is called Pop Games. I know that they're called like Pop Culture or whatever, or Pop Figures, but this one's called Pop Games because it's the game division, I guess, with Street Fighter.
It's still gonna be Funko Pop, Phil. That's what that is. Funko Pop does a lot of it. Does TV shows and fucking games. How I know I used to have Funko Pops. Move on, please.
But anyway, we almost had a new light for this month. So someone actually wanted to donate a Street Fighter light. And there's different ones. There's a Cammy one, a Balrog one. There's these different ones. And they looked really good. In fact, the lights looked very similar to, say, this light right here, the Pac-Man light. And they said they wanted to order it for me. And I said, all right, well, let me take a look. And I looked at it, and I started reading the reviews. And it's funny because these lamps are pretty inexpensive. They're like maybe 20 bucks, all right? So it's not a giant expense or anything. But I'm looking at...
But yet, why you're saying that, look, having that face like, it's too pricey for me, $20, but you have no problem spending things that cost a lot more than that, like $100, $200, $1,000.
And here's the review for it. It says, this lamp is a scam. This lamp runs on AA batteries, not on a power adapter. The AA batteries will run out within 2 days of you putting them in, meaning you need like a tremendous amount of AA's to have this thing running constantly. Okay? Now,
Yeah, if you're running it on all the goddamn time, Phil, you can always turn it off. You know, pick it up, flip off the switch, put it back, you're done. Then you don't have to worry about it.
you can buy a power adapter, but the cost of the power adapter is more expensive than the lamp.
Yeah, I highly doubt that they cost $30 and that's quote-unquote expensive. But then again, Phil, we've seen you spend a lot more money on shit that's not even necessary. I mean, look at your WWE Champions account.
So for a lamp that should be 20 bucks, it ends up costing you 50 plus tax because you need to buy this power adapter, which is ridiculous. This lamp here was $20 and came with the power adapter. So that's pretty insane that they don't even come with the accessories, right? That's pretty stupid.
Phil, it's a collector's item. For the love of God. I love how you're like, oh, for a collector's item, that's pretty expensive. But then again, Phil, you've spent thousands of dollars on figurines in the past.
So anyway, after looking into that, I said, thanks, but no thanks. I'd rather not have that light because I'm not going to go through the bunch of batteries. I don't want you spending $30 plus on a power adapter. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, you'll probably fucking buy it. You would. You spent money on frivolous shit in the past. I mean, that football helmet that you bought for drinks during your Super Bowl event, which wasn't really a Super Bowl event at all. That's one of them.
So ended up going, the route of getting a pop figure instead, which is pretty nice, right? So
Not really.
pretty cool. We've got old and new, right? We've got like cool pop culture Blanca here. We got some cool Lego art. We got the original Street Fighter 2 game here that's over 30 years old sitting right there. We got a t-shirt that's like 14 years old. This is pretty damn cool, right?
No, it's not cool, Phil. We get it. This is just a walk down memory lane for you. That you were part of the FGC. You loved Street Fighter. You played it competitively. And you still love it, supposedly. Even though when you get your ass kicked in the game, you don't love it. Phil, this is just pointless. All this shit right here is pointless.
So I think this is a really awesome setup, especially for this month with Street Fighter coming up. Now, it's really funny because I'm sitting here and the setup looks pretty good, right? And by the way,
No, it doesn't look good. We already came to that discussion, and we came to this point within that discussion. It does not look good. And this was yet another fucking part that I had to cut out because he kept going on and on and on about colors. He's like, oh, this looks good. Look at all the colors that it makes it look good. It looks good with all the colors. Like, Phil, we get it. You have the mindset of a child and anything fascinates you. It's very boring. Please move on.
so I was pretty happy with the setup. I hope you guys like it too. Give me feedback, of course. Let me know what you think.
Okay, I'll give you feedback right now, Phil. This setup right in the back, of any kind, not just this, it's not an improvement, Phil. It doesn't add anything new. It doesn't add anything flashy. It just makes it look like you're lazy.
But I thought it was really nice to be bringing back nostalgic things. A 30-year-old game, a 14-year-old shirt, and then some new things like the pop figure and everything to the setup.
That's only nostalgic for you. It's not nostalgic for anyone else. But you seem to think the we as me mentality that you think everyone else thinks that this is nostalgic for everyone else when it's not.
So, and by the way, obviously we got to call something out. Why does this setup look so good? Because of you guys.
Phil, you treat your fans like shit. No, this has nothing to do with them, Philip.
A fan-donated shirt, a fan-donated figure, a Street Fighter Lego thing made
Pixel art, Phil. That's pixel art. God.
by a fan. This is all for you guys. 15 years of content creation.
Now you care about your fans? Even though you ban anyone that has a conversation amongst themselves or they're doing something silly in the chat and you immediately ban them? Don't worry, Phil. I'll get to that in a moment.
The culmination, now that I'm able to bring all these things together from over the years and make an awesome setup, right?
It's not an awesome setup. It's just terrible.
So I hope you guys like it. I'm really enjoying already the vibes already starting this month with everyone's so excited for Street Fighter 6. Dude, the whole internet is going crazy right now for Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, they're excited for it because they want to kick your ass on that game, Phil. But also, it's a really good game, Phil. That's another reason why people are excited for it. But I'm gonna just play this off.
I got the drip, go. I got the drip, go.
I need this right now.
Drip, go. I got the drip, go.
At least this is a better setup and a better outlay than his own.
Can't make it stop.
So what do you want
Yeah,
me to
please.
do? Have a mute
We
button
gotta
at
make
every
this
second
stop. Him showing off everything Street Fighter related and having it as a setup, it's a way for him to be very egotistical, saying that this is where he came from and that everyone should be excited for it, even though it's just him excited for it. Very self-centered around his own opinions on it. But there is one thing that I forgot to mention, is that at the beginning of the stream, he mentions Pride Month. So, how did he handle that exactly?
It's June 1st. Happy Pride Month. For those who are going to be celebrating the month, you are welcome here on DSP Gaming. However, please understand that this is a gaming channel first and foremost. We don't try to make this a place that's not welcome for everyone. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes when you're getting a little bit overexcited about one thing, you can make it not a very fun place for others. Let's all be respectful of each other this month and enjoy each other's company. All right?
So, what he's talking about right there is that he welcomes people in, says that he's an ally because he has that little, slide where he's like, I'm an ally of the community. But yet, there are a lot of things that contradict this. Case in point, Chill Murray noticed this during his Final Fantasy V playthrough, that he doesn't take too kindly to the Pride Flag emote. Big ups to Chill Murray for it, and please give him a lot of love. He deserves it.
Motherfuckers are getting fucking yeeted. This is funny as hell. Oh my god. Yo, Phil's about to pop it, bro. He's about to pop a fucking blood vessel, dude.
In Final Fantasy VIII.
This is awesome.
The summon of the Phantom Train is called the Doom Train in Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh my fucking god. I can't, man. Fucking A. Chad is absolutely disgusting. Oh my god. I'm sorry. This is like that good gold
I don't
dust.
know. I have no idea who I'm playing first.
We don't get gold dust like this at night. Let's go. Look, every time, look at his
This is
face.
a tough room to get to. Probably
Look at him. Oh shit. Look at him. Look, shit. Look, he's like, fuck, man. He's like, it's annoying him. It's annoying the shit out of him. But, he doesn't want to start banning all these flags.
I will ban you.
See?
That's a flare spell, baby. That's a free flare spell right there.
If you continue to spam, I'll ban you. He straight up sung it, dark.
And see what happens.
Come on, guys.
With quickness, Alina, man, you will get your ass out of here. You'll be gone for good. I don't care who you are. If you break the rules, you're gone. So test my patience, motherfucker.
So not only did he have a problem with the Pride Flag emote, but he also had a problem with a lot of drama. But then again, when doesn't he have problems with drama?
Before we get started, because we got a lot to talk about, I just want to remind everyone, here on DSP Gaming, there is zero tolerance for outside drama and nonsense.
What is considered drama and nonsense, Phil? I don't understand, anything that's related to you, it's considered nonsense and drama, but it's not, though. It's actually bringing people to you, Phil.
Here is a fun and positive community. We're here to enjoy games. We're here to have a good time with each other, enjoy each other's company.
I highly doubt that you do, but what bullshit are you going to tell people this time?
Talk about games and the like. I don't want to hear any nonsense about outside drama and bullshit.
So, yeah. Last time I showed a clip of this clip right there. I showed you the full context of it, so apparently this was where it came from. So, yeah, lots of people were telling me that they're bad at Zelda games. I genuinely think you are on who different level to be on this guy. Yeah, essentially this. So, I'm letting this continue a little bit more.
I just don't want to hear it. I'm here to...
Jesus Christ. It went up in views. Last time I checked on it, it had maybe 3 to 5 million. Goddamn, big ups to the one that made that tweet.
Enjoy gaming, which is a very exciting time right now with all these new releases about to hit, and this is what we're all hyped for. I don't give two shits about any kind of outside nonsense. If I see it, I'm literally not going to address it. I'm just going to remove you from the chat so we can move on and not have to listen to bullshit.
I know I'm sounding like a broken record here, Phil, but if you don't care about the outside drama, why bring it up in the first place? Why bring up the fact that there's drama about you on the outside and you don't want to hear it? Like, we get it, Phil. You're riled up from it. Your Jimmys are rustled and your Hogans are pulled. But we get it. Drama is never going to escape you, my dude.
It's that simple. And I've already laid down the law. We got a pinned message about it. Everyone knows the rules here. So if you you want to come in here and try to cause trouble, you're not going to be around for long. It's that simple.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he thinks that he's trying to bring in new viewers, but once he started implementing the no drama rule, or no cherry memes, or no vest streaks, like any rule that he implements into his chat, it kind of pushes people away from actually wanting to be a part of your community. That is the biggest fault that you have, is that you bring up these rules that you really shouldn't bring up. You should just let it go and ignore it, but clearly not.
Trying to keep it, a safe environment, a nice positive environment for everyone around here, okay?
No. Safe for only you and your mods, no one else. An egotistical person would always like to make his opinion more known than others. Even though the opinion may be wrong, he'll still have the way to make it better above everyone else's, aka condescension. I mentioned this because Phil ended up playing Tears of the Kingdom after his podcast and then had his chat hold his hand throughout the entirety of the game. But yet, he calls Tears of the Kingdom complicated. What?
Oh my god, another piss that I moved it. Go inside the stable, talk to a guy at the side counter, exchange pony points for towing harness. Do you see how... Okay, I'm sorry. Gonna criticize the game. Boo-hoo that so many people are fucking fanboys of the game. The game is too complicated.
Really? The game's too complicated. Yet you're the one that proclaimed that this was a game made for adults. But yet, children can beat this game and have no problems with it. I love how you had to start off with the fact that I have to criticize it. Phil, you have done nothing but shit on this game ever since you started playing it, Phil. And beforehand, when you started saying, it's all about crafting, and you went on a big tirade about it. Phil, did you think that people would actually forget about the shit that you've said and that it would just go away? No, it would stick to you like fucking glue.
If you want me to do this, just tell me exactly how to do it.
AKA, hold my hand, chat.
Nah. Oh, you were supposed to know that if you go inside, you talk to someone, you could exchange pony points to buy a special harness. Then you attach the harness to this, and then you get a horse, and then you can combine the two to do it. No, just do it. Why make it so hard?
Why make it so hard? Phil, you're supposed to do that. You were at a stable. You see a buggy. What do you think was gonna fucking happen?
Why make it so annoying? I have to have a stream audience to tell me how to do it, or else I'd be sitting here messing around, wasting my goddamn time.
Yet everyone else that have streamed this game never relied on chat to do it. It's just you, because you're so incompetent to actually learn a game. You need someone's help to guide you through it. Yet you claim to be a gamer.
No, I don't want to do that, Nintendo. It's 2023. People want to play your fucking games, not dick around for endless hours.
Phil, this is not Nintendo's fault. They made a game where you can go around exploring the open worlds. They did it with Breath of the Wild, and they're doing it with this game. Why do you think that they are at fault for this? I really want to know. It's the whole premise of it. You can explore the world, solve puzzles in shrines, do the dungeons, like follow the main story. All while it's like throwing like little things that you can do. Crafting, killing things. Like I said, all this shit that they've given you, they've actually given you keys to like have fun with it, and you're just gonna throw them on the ground and be like, I'm not having fun.
So let people play the fucking game.
Phil, they are playing the game. I've seen a lot of people that are actually way ahead of you right now, or they've beaten it. Also, they've actually explored finding all the shit that they needed to increase their health, as well as like increasing their defense. Why haven't you done that?
Why you have to make everything so complicated, man?
How is this complicated? How is everything about Tears of the Kingdom complicated? You're not offering any solutions. You're just bitching and complaining, creating more problems.
It pisses me off. They think that this is fucking modern gameplay. It's not. It's shitty.
Yet, people enjoy it. People are enjoying this game. You have to play contrarian and be like, no, I'm not enjoying this game. Oh, God, man. It's like, I don't understand why you want to play a game like this. This game is not interesting to you. Didn't you say that you didn't like Breath of the Wild like everyone else did because it wasn't like the other Zeldas you played?
How do I build the harness now?
Did you get the harness or the things to make the harness, Phil? Why don't you dick around like you're claiming that Nintendo wanted you to do?
You're serious. Now I have to talk to the stable guy from the front of the counter and he'll allow you to equip the harness. What?
Why are you letting chat help you? But then again, any game that you play, you want chat to hold your hand.
Dude, are you kidding me? This is a modern game. Talk to the same guy 14 different angles at the front counter. How the fuck would I know this?
I mean, it's clear as fucking day what you're supposed to. How many stables have you been into, Phil?
Snurf G did a super chat. He says, I agree. Who's giving this game a 10? The industry is base. The game is far from perfect. Listen, I really like the game.
Clearly not. You're bitching and complaining about Nintendo saying that this game is too complicated. So how exactly is that praising a game when you've done nothing but bitch about it?
But there's a lot of things to criticize about this game. A lot.
Okay, Phil. Name one or two. Oh, that was it? You're just going to be like, and that was it? No, Phil, if you had a lot to say about this game to criticize it, besides Nintendo making it overly complicated, give us a legitimate reason why this game is not good. Like a journalistic standpoint of why this game is not good and why it doesn't deserve 10 out of 10. Oh, right, you'll just be like, no, they need to have their ass kicked by a big old boot to lower the score down to a 6.
Again, it's like Nintendo feels like they don't have to use anything that everyone else does. All the modernizations that everyone else has done, they don't matter. Make it an outdated game where you have to talk to every fucking person to do little trivial menial things. What?
Phil, I thought you were excited for this game. I really thought you were going to be excited. But yet you find a way to complain. Oh, it's so outdated. Oh, they tried everything with modernization. That's the premise of this. It's a sequel to Breath of the Wild. They're taking things that people enjoyed about that game and they turned it into something different with this. Sure, a lot of people might not like it, but that's not going to stop a lot of people from playing it and enjoying it for themselves.
If it's the mission, just say, here's how you do it. Here you go. Okay, I want to do it.
So, God of War Ragnarok, essentially. Is that the reason why you made that your #1 game of 2022? Because it held your goddamn stubby hands?
No. Fuck around here at the stable for fucking 20 minutes and have to listen to your chat to tell you how to do it.
Phil, not a lot of people are doing what you're doing. They don't have a chat holding your goddamn hand along the way. Instead, what they're doing is that they're playing the game, they're having fun for themselves, and figuring shit out for themselves. It's clear as day that you need somebody to hold your hand because you're wearing the special hat and the special vest. It shows that you need help.
This again?
It's clear as day that Phil doesn't like seeing women on screen.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, a woman on screen. It's not my wife, Kat, that's being railed by Tyrone right now.
Brother.
Phil, are you uncomfortable looking at women on screen, fictional and real life? How long has your manhood been your wife's purse?
Oh boy. Brother.
Trust me, I feel the exact same way.
Greetings to the Grape Pimp. The Dan Man says, how long do you usually cook your chicken breasts for? I actually haven't cooked a chicken breast in a million years. I can't remember.
Wow, so basic cooking for chicken, and you don't know it. Great to see how much you retain information, Philip.
Usually I go by the instructions that it comes with when you buy the chicken breast. I usually say on it, or my wife would cook the recipe, not me anyway, so.
And then you get sick, and then you'll blame the recipe that's on the fucking box.
I love the puzzles.
No, you don't. I know you're being sarcastic, but we all know you don't like puzzles.
Yes, I do. But God forbid. I mean, I'm obviously the worst player to ever play the game. Playing it, enjoying it, complimenting the puzzles.
Even though you've shat on this game ever since you started playing it.
Just because I have a few criticisms of the game.
few criticisms that are very, 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 very much shit takes.
I must be the worst gamer ever made to
Yes, you are.
play this game, huh? Wow. Fucking idiots.
Wow, you have no self-awareness, do you, buddy?
Alright, here we go. You can go. What the?
That was on you, buddy. Don't say that. Link just walked off the edge. I didn't tell him to do that.
He fell off by himself.
How did I fucking call? How did I fucking call this? Huh, it must be ingrained into your system to complain that a character did it by himself.
Literally took one step, and he kept moving in momentum and dropped.
Phil, let's go back. How many steps did you actually fucking take? Let's look, shall we?
You can go.
1, 2.
What the?
Huh? Doesn't look like one step.
Now where's the ball?
It's gonna respawn, Phil. Be patient.
Where the hell's the ball? Huh.
He has no patience at all.
Shit. Of course I had to take damage there.
Well, whose fault was that, Phil?
Gotta.
Also, looking at his health bar, it's clear as day that he has not explored anything optional to increase his health. Not only that, but he has done nothing to improve his defense or just giving damage. He has done nothing to improve himself.
Waste something. I do.
My time, clearly.
Damn, that sucks. I gotta waste something.
Out of all the items, why the one that can increase your swim speed? I mean, he is taking his time. That is somewhat of a good
slowly,
thing.
but we're doing it.
At least you're taking your time, Phil. How are you gonna fuck this up?
Almost.
He's gonna fuck this up somehow. I'm just gonna call it right now.
In a bit.
Phil, shut up. You're gonna fuck. There we go.
He didn't go straight.
The reason why he didn't go straight, Phil, was because you moved him diagonally to the right.
I literally just holding straight and jump. That's not my fault.
I love how he has to show the to the camera, the controller of, I was holding up. Meanwhile, it's holding to the diagonal left.
It's not my fault that the controls aren't precise enough to just let me go the way I want to go, man.
I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. Link just did it all by himself. God damn it.
And now where's the hydrant? The hydrant's missing?
You're walking. You walked away from it. It's right there.
The hydrant is missing.
It's right there.
Now how am I supposed to do it?
Phil, it's right in front of you.
The hydrant is completely missing.
Phil, the chat is going to tell you it was right there, and you'll be like, oh, the game didn't tell me.
There's no way to do it now. It's out in the middle. Look, how am I supposed to reach that?
Oh my god, Phil, why?
It's stuck. Look.
Phil, you can always get another one.
How do I do it? It's stuck.
Well, just give up and get another one.
It's completely stuck in the lava and I can't get the hydrant out.
Oh, he's going to say the game's glitch. I'm calling it.
It's stuck under a platform. Look, it's stuck. How is it? It's stuck in the lava. Oh my god, that's a mess, man.
See, Phil, you know how you could have saved yourself some time? Just pick up the other hydrant. But no, you had to waste everyone's time, including my own. Great, that's a few minutes I'm not going to get back.
It's gonna take an hour to do this now. I was all. Why to do that?
Because it pushed farther. The hydrant pushed water farther away.
What just happened makes no sense.
How did it not make sense? You're valedictorian, right? Do you not know anything about science and how water pressure works?
I'm so screwed now.
Well, that's not anyone's fault but your own.
This is probably how they intend for you to do it.
Maybe not.
But the problem is sometimes it doesn't make one perfect. See, it's not making one straight. It's making one at an angle. And when it does that, now I'm veering from the path I want to go on, and now they're going to start moving. See?
Oh, so that one actually did it exactly where it needed to, but you're still going to complain about it.
And now I'm screwed because now they're not holding against each other like they're supposed to be. I don't even understand what makes a small or big platform.
Well, that's... You really don't know about science. The more I say about this, the more my head just hurts.
It doesn't really make sense. It's also weird there's zero animation. It just pops in out of nowhere. There's no animation for the platform. It just appears.
Other Zelda games have done this thing where things just pop out of nowhere. Why are you questioning this, Phil?
They didn't bother animating it. Just, oh, I'm here now. I've been materialized. Thanks. I've been blinked into existence.
Phil, this is a fantasy world. Why are you questioning fantasy? Do you expect fantasy to be realistic, Phil? Oh god, this is just...
You've got to be fucking kidding.
So close, yet no cigar.
This is how you're supposed to do it, but since it doesn't always make a platform perfectly straight ahead, sometimes they miss a line, and then the flow takes them out, and then it starts moving.
Phil, from what I'm looking at, it's giving you a straight and narrow path. Stop making up bullshit.
Now it's moving.
Come on, Phil, you're almost there.
Now I'm screwed. Just didn't make one in the middle.
It didn't wake more in the middle. Sure, buddy.
Yeah, look, it fucks you over. It totally fucks you over, man.
How does it fuck you over, Phil? Do you not know how water... Then again, never mind.
Look, it won't make one. I'm done. I can't do this puzzle.
Puzzle. This is a puzzle to him.
It won't make one in front of you when you're at the end. You're screwed. If anything, this can show how realistic physics don't work in some cases.
Really? You're gonna bring up physics now? Hey, look, you did it!
Fucking thank you. Jeez, that took so long.
And yet, you had to look around and chat for help. My fucking god. Even though Phil ended off Tears of the Kingdom on a quote-unquote high note because he got a lot of contributions, even though he bitched and complained along the way saying that it's Nintendo's fault, he then goes back to saying that it wasn't his fault, it was Zelda's fault, while making excuses to why people were starting drama in his chat. Which, again, coming back to Phil, he really sucks at damage control.
Oh, I know, Brianna. She said it's sad you even have to say that. Oh, I know it's sad I have to say that. But I have to say that because at least then I cover my own butt.
Yeah, and look how well that turns out for you. Every time you try to cover your own ass, shit comes back to bite you. So it doesn't really turn out well in your favor.
Because then if people say, oh, you see, Philip, he's banning people because they're coming in here and saying this or that. No, no, no. I'm banning people because they come in here and they completely just spam the chat. Earlier today, we had people get into political arguments. I had to lay down the law. I was like, guys, whose stream do you think you're on?
One thing that he fails to mention here is that one of his own mods / members actually started the whole thing talking about trans people and that something about cutting off their privates. And that's the one thing that sparked the whole idea or sparked the whole controversy or the whole drama in his chat just because of one mod. So everyone started coming in, chiming in, giving their own opinions, also spamming the pride flag. And Phil didn't like that, so he started banning everybody.
This is not a political stream. Why are we having political arguments in the chat?
You did say you were an ally, Phil, and you also said Happy Pride Month.
It's freaking Zelda. It's Zelda.
It's not Zelda's fault. It's not the game's fault. It is your own fault because you didn't put anything into consideration and you just started like banning people just because they have different takes than you. I get it. You grew up in the 90s when it came to people like that, the homosexuals, whenever they were like coming out, a lot of people didn't accept them. You still live in that mentality, Phil.
It's not very political, okay? You know, it's pretty ridiculous. People have to stop with this nonsense.
Yeah, they gotta stop with the nonsense, or else I'm gonna ban every single one of you. He didn't even care who he was gonna ban. If it was a member of his, or if it was just a random viewer stopping on by. He would ban them. Oh, and it gets a lot worse. Trust me.
I'm gonna say one thing, all right? happy June. For those who celebrate Pride Month, congrats, and I hope you have a great month.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, Phil. We all know that you don't really give a shit about Pride Month. The only reason why you care about it is because all the corporations care about it, but they don't really stand by them. They just use them as a form of money, a commodity, as you will.
All right. Everyone here on my streams is included and invited.
Didn't you just ban a bunch of people for having political talks about the whole issue and banning people for using the pride flag? No, in this fucking stream that you're a part of, no one is welcome there.
Absolutely no one is to be treated differently.
Even though one of your mods made a very, very insulting thing against the trans people. But please, continue, Phil. How are you going to cover your own ass with this one?
All right, but please understand something. There's one thing to say, oh, it's Pride Month, happy Pride Month. It's another thing to completely derail someone's stream. Sadly, we have people coming on this stream for the last couple of days who are trying to be completely over the top on purpose. They're doing it to derail the stream under the guise that if they just sit here spamming shit that derails my stream, then they'll say, oh, how dare you try to moderate me because I'm talking about something like Pride Month. No, you can't derail the stream.
See, he doesn't give a shit about your causes. All he cares about is if the stream's not derailed. It just clear as fucking day that Phil is a piece of shit for this reason. I know that I'm getting a little bit irritated with it, but coming from my own background, knowing the fact that I know a lot of gay people in my life that actually were cool people and actually friends of mine, this piece of shit talking about, it's derailing my chat, this motherfucker can go fuck himself.
You want to talk a little bit about it? That's fine. I'm okay with it. I support it.
No, you don't. Go fuck yourself.
Good for you. I want everyone to live happy and have a great life, no matter what, what they feel or who they are. I don't care.
Fuck you. You don't care about what they're going through. You don't care about their happiness. You only care about if your bank account is filled, if you're happy at the end of the day, and if you can pull off any more pulls in WWE Champions. So fuck off with this fake sincerity.
Have fun with your lone life and be happy. Be free to be happy, right?
Yeah, Phil, I wish I could say the same about you, but due to the fact that you try to backpedal and try to damage control this situation, it's not helping your cause.
Good for you, and you should be proud of being happy, too. You should.
Are you afraid to say gay, Phil? It's a word. It is a word to describe people in the LGBTQ community, Phil. Sorry to tell you this. If you're just afraid to say that word, I get it. The 90s mentality is stuck in your head and you can't say the word, or you're afraid that someone's going to come around and just shit on you. Then again, people shit on you for a lot more reasons, Phil.
But this is not a stream about that. You understand that?
See, like I said, he really does not care. If he's not getting any benefit out of it, then he wants you to take it somewhere else, or he will ban you.
Just like, 3 years ago when people tried to come in here with Black Lives Matter as well and did the same thing, I'm like, I support Black Lives Matter. I think Black lives do matter.
No, you fucking didn't. I remember one of your fucking Call of Duty videos where you made a bitching, moaning, complaining segment where Seattle is not a good place to live because of Black Lives Matter. You said this. You have proclaimed that it was their fault that you couldn't enjoy Seattle anymore. My God, how much do I have to point out your hypocrisy and your dumbassery? Come on.
But that's not what the stream is about, so we're not going to sit here and talk about it all day. We're going to have games, you understand?
No, it's not about the games. It's not about the people that you interact with, and it's not about your community. It's about you and the communist state of Phil. While everyone else is against you, you try to stand proud. You try to stand tall amongst the detractors, amongst the people that come after you, like Keemstar, Stuttering Craig, Rich. All these people have nothing against you. Shit like this is the reason why, Philbert. I want you to think long and hard about it because, Lord knowing, this is all gonna bite you in the ass, and you're not gonna like it. It's not really peculiar that Phil would actually find ways to make things into a big drama fest, aka the pride flags in the chat, how that's inciting drama as well as political drama that he wants nothing to do with. It's clear to say that he is not an ally of the cause, even though he'll claim that he is with his slide, as well as saying Happy Pride Month at the beginning. But also, it's clear to say that he has found ways to make himself look more egotistical by the minute by his new backdrop that he has with Street Fighter. Like, I understand that he has a passion for Street Fighter, but all he is doing is just stroking off his ego a little bit more claiming that this is his game. He knows Street Fighter. Everyone else should be excited for it too, when no one is. It kind of shows that Phil is suffering from a rational egoism, meaning that he's using everything that he thinks would make everything better, but all that it's doing is just elevating his own self-interest and his own self-importance, while he's also saying some really stupid shit like I showed off when he was playing Tears of the Kingdom. But before that we end this, let us end it off with the all-important Phil prayer. Deliver us from the dents, deliver us from the pay pigs, deliver us from the pignosis. May we never become dented, may we never become beggars like Phil, and for the love of God, may we never stoop to his level of egotism, just like him. Amen.